Assalamualaikum. Welcome everybody. Online free course Python for Research. I'm instructor Mahmoudul Hassan Moon and with us our honorable mentor Mr. Sabir Hussain. Today's video we'll get the solution of assignment 5. We are excited that our live class student Mr. Imtazul Islam, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, level 3 turn to Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology, Chuet. He will deliver full solution in English. Don't worry, we will also upload another solution in Bangla after this video. If you find any error in this video, then please put a comment in the video comment section. It helps us to increase our knowledge, and also put your suggestion as a comment. Let us watch this solution together.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Imtiyazul Islam. I am an undergraduate student from Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Today I am going to show the solution of the assignment 5 based on lecture 2.5. So let's go to the solution. I have already done the solution and I will show you the solution. In question 1, it said that print your name 50 times. That means I have to print my name 50 times with the help of while loop and for loop. So let's go for while loop. In case of while loop, we have to take some initialization. I have taken the initialization as I is equal 1. Then I have to take the condition. Here I have to print my name 50 times. So I have taken the condition I less than or equal 50. Then I have taken print function, and in the print function I have taken my name. And after that I have taken the increment. Here the increment is I is equal I plus 1. So what it will do, it will first check the condition. The first value of I is 1, so it will check I is equal 1. That means 1 is less than 50 or equal 50. Here 1 is less than 50, so the condition is true. So it will execute the body. That means the print function will execute. So first time the name will be shown at the output. After that I will increment, and that value will be 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and again it will check the condition 2 is less than or equal 50. So yes, that is true. Then it will again print my name. So it will continue till I become it will continue till I less than or equal 50. So the while function will continue, and the output becomes like that. Muhammad Imtiyazul Islam has been printed 50 times. Now let's go for while. Let's go for loop. In case of for loop, I have to take range function. In the range function, the first argument is initialization, the second argument is condition, and the third argument is increment. So I have to take initialization as 1. If anyone want, he or she can take it 0 or other values. In case of for loop, the condition should be in plus 1 time. That means here I have to execute the code 50 times. So the condition should be 50 plus 1. That means 51. And the increment is 1. After that, I have to take a print function. And under print function, I have printed my name. Point to be noted, I have to give 4 spaces before the print function, or it will not execute the right code. So here the output show no difference between the while and for function. The output becomes same. Let's go for question number 2. Take a number n and print all the even numbers from 1 to n using for loop without checking condition. So yeah, here I have to print all even number from 1 to n, and I should not use any condition like if condition, if else condition, else if condition. So without using condition, I have to do this problem. Here I have taken the value of n using input function. Then I have to take here I have to take the initialization. I have taken as I is equal to. Why I have taken I is equal to? I have to take all the even numbers from 1 to n. So the first even value should be 2. After that 4. After that 6. After that 8. So the condition is I less than or equal n. I have printed the value of I, that means the even number will print, and the increment is I equal I plus 2. Why I plus 2? I have to take the even values. The first value is 2, then the second value should be 2 plus 2 is equal 4, and the third value should be 4 plus 2 is equal 6. Likewise it will do, and the while function will continue till I less than or equal n. So it will print the even values. So here the first row of the output is for the while function, and it has printed the even values 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So let's go for the for loop. I have taken the range function. The first argument is 2, that means the initialization, as I taken in the while function, and the second argument is condition n plus 1. In case of for loop, I have to take n plus 1 condition, and after that I have taken the increment as 2. Why 2? It is even number, so the increment should be 2. 2 plus the first value should be 2, second value should be 2 plus 2 is equal 4, the third value is 4 plus 2, fourth value is 6 plus 2, likewise. So here the output, the second row of the output is for loop 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So here it will also same for the while loop. Let's go for question number 3. It says that take n and m as input and print all the odd numbers from n to m using loop. So here I have to take two numbers n and m, and I have to print the odd numbers between n and m. Here I have taken two numbers by using input function, and I have to take a map function to declare the variable as integer type variable. I have taken n and m. N is smaller than m, so I have to print n to m all odd numbers. So the first initialization should be n. After that the increment should be 1. Why 1? If the first value if I take n as 3 or 4, then the after value of then the next number should be 5, and then 6, and then 7. So likewise here I have taken the condition I less than or equal m. Why I less than or equal m? Here the output should be n to m, not greater than m. N to m. So I less than or equal m. Then I have taken if condition. Why if condition? I have to check these number are even or odd. So if I have taken modulus function. If I percentage 2 not equal 0, that means the remainder is not 0. That means it is not even function, so it is odd function. If it is true, then it will print I. That means if it is true, it is odd function, so it will print I. Next, the increment is I plus 1. So you can see that here the output is 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. That means I have taken n as 2 and m as 9. So in between 2 and 9, the odd numbers are 3, 5, 7, and 9. For loop, I have taken n as the initialization, and increment is n plus 1, and condition is n plus 1, and the increment is 1. I have taken the if condition for checking that is it odd number or even number, and after that I have printed the value. So here is the output 3, 5, 7, and 9. So go to for question number 4. Find the sum of all odd numbers from 1 to n. So I have to find the sum of all odd numbers from 1 to n using loop. So if we consider n is equal 3, then the sum of 1 to 3 should be 1 plus 2 plus 3. That means 6. So I have taken the initial value as I is equal 1. After that I have taken sum is equal 0. Sum is equal 0. Uh, uh, After that I have taken the condition as I less than or equal n. So the next part is I have taken sum is equal sum plus I. Why sum is equal sum plus I? And after that I is equal I plus 2. And why I is equal I plus 2? I am describing that. So let's take a look. When I is equal 1, I is less than n. Let's say that n is equal 3. So when I is equal 1, I is less than 3. So it is 2. So it will go to the body. Sum is equal sum plus I. Sum is the previous sum is 0 and the I is 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal 1. So sum will store 1. After that I should be I plus 2. Why I plus 2? The odd number. First value is 1. Second value should be I plus 2 is equal 3. So 3. So after that it will check the condition I is less than or equal 3. So 3 is less than or equal 3. That means it is true. So after that it will again do the same operation. Sum is equal sum plus I. The previous sum is 1 and the new I is 3. So 3 plus the previous sum is 1 and new I is 3. So 1 plus 3 is equal 4. So the total sum should be 4. And after that I is equal the previous I was 3. So now it will be 3 plus 3 is equal 5, and it will check the condition 5 is less than or equal 3. So it is false, so it will not execute the code. So the sum should be 6. And if we take n as 7, then the sum should be 16. Okay, now let's go for loop. I have taken sum is equal 0. After that I have taken the range function for I in range. The initial condition is the initial value is 1. The condition is n plus 1. After that increment is 2, as it is odd numbers, as it is the sum of odd numbers. So the increment should be 2. After that I have painted the value. So let's go to for question number 5. Take a number n and find the average of the numbers from 1 to n and print the average. So what is the average? The average is we have to first sum the numbers, and then we have to divide the sum by the total numbers. So I have taken n as the input function by the input function, and then the initial value 1. I have to sum the value from 1 to n. So the initial value should be 1. After that I have taken sum is equal 0, and under while loop I have taken the condition I less than or equal n. So like previous, sum is equal sum plus I. The first sum is 0. 0 plus I is equal 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal 1. After that I will increment 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal 2. 1 plus 1 is equal to, so it will check the condition. Here the condition, if the condition is true, then the sum will be previous sum is 1 and new I is 2. So 1 plus 2 is equal 3. Sum will be 3. After that I will be 2 plus 1 is equal 3. I will be 3. And again, if while condition is 2, then sum should be my previous sum plus new I. New I is 3. So likewise it will execute the code. For loop, I have taken sum is equal 0, and uh, in the for loop, I have taken for I in range. Under range function, I have taken the initialization 1 and the condition in plus 1. After that, the increment is 1. After that, I have taken sum is equal sum plus I, and average. Average is the division between the sum and the total numbers. After that, I have printed the average. Okay, a point to be noted. I have taken n as input function. I have taken a number by input function. The number should be integer type or floating point type. I have taken floating point type number, but the average should be integer type or should be floating point type. So I have taken the average as floating point type. Let's look at the print function. The average of the numbers from 1 to percentage d is equal percentage 0.38. Here first percentage d means n, and the second percentage 0.38 means the average. 0.38 means it will show the average value after 0.3 after 3 number after decimal point. Okay, here I have taken n as 5 and the average here shown 3. Why 3? I have to sum all the numbers from 1 to 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and then divided by 5. It should be 3. Okay, let's go for question number 6. Calculate the sum of the following series: 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 plus 15 plus dot 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 plus n. So here is an interesting thing that the series is increment by 3. First value is 3, then 3 plus 3 is equal 6, then 6 plus 3 is equal 9, then 9 plus 3 is equal 12, then 12 plus 3 is equal 15, likewise. So I have to calculate the sum by while loop and for loop. So here we can see from the question that the first value is 3 and the increment is 3. So I have taken the last number of the series as input, and then I have taken the initial value. Here the initial value is 3, so I have taken the initial value I is equal 3. After that I have taken the sum. We have to take sum as equal 0 for every time. Now for while loop, I have taken the condition I is less than or equal n. After that, sum is equal sum plus I is equal I plus 3. Why I is equal I plus 3? Here the increment is 3. 3 plus 3 is equal 6. 6 plus 3 is equal 9. 9 plus 3 is equal 2. Likewise. So it will do the sum of the numbers, and here if I take 18 as n, then the sum is 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 plus dot 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 plus 18 is equal, the sum should be 63. So next go for loop. I have taken sum is equal 0, and under range function I have taken the initial value. Initial value is 3 from the problem, you can see, and the increment is n plus 1. I have said in previous, the increment for the condition for loop should be n plus 1 times, or execution plus 1, number of execution plus 1, and the increment is 3. After that I have take a variable sum is equal sum plus I, and then printed the result. So you can see two rows under the output section. Here, if we take n as 18, then the sum should be 63 for while loop, and for loop the sum should be 63. Okay, go to for question number 7. Print the even number from n to 1. Wow, here we have to print the even numbers. In previous we have printed the even numbers from 1 to n, but here we have to print the number from n to 1. So I think it is descending order. So I have taken n as input. Then here the first value should be n. So n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, dot 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 3 to 1. Uh, uh, but I have to take the even numbers. That means so let's check the code. Here I have taken I is equal n, the initial value. After that I have to take the condition till I greater than or equal 1. So here I I should here the here the decrement should be minus 1. Y minus 1, n minus 1, n minus 2, likewise. So I is equal n. After that, while the condition is I is greater than or equal 1, and after that I have taken if condition I percentage to equal 0. So if the remainder is 0, if I percentage 2 is equal 0, that means the remainder is 0. That means it is even number. So if it is even number, then it will print I. That means it will print the even number. After that, I have to take the decrement I equal I minus 1. So if we take n as 10, so it will show 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. In case of for loop, I have take initial value n, and after that I have take the condition. Look very carefully. The condition is 0. Why 0? The lowest value is 1. So lowest value is 1 for loop. It should be 1 minus 1 is equal 0. If we uh, if we take it ascending order, then it should be n plus 1, and if we take a descending order, it should less than 1. So the last value is we can see that for while loop the last value is in the condition of while loop the last value is 1. So for loop it should be less than 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal 0. So the condition is 0, and the increment is minus 1. After that I have taken if condition I percentage 2 is equal 0, and I have printed I. So the output is 10, 8, 4, 2. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Let's go for question number 8. Find the numbers from 1 to n that are divisible by 3 and multiple of 5. So I have to take the numbers from 1 to n that are divisible by 5 and multiple of 5. So if I divided any numbers by 3, that should be then the remainder should be 0. And if I divided the number by 5, then also the remainder should be 0. So let's go to the code. I have taken input as integer type, then I have taken the initialization here in 1 to n. So the initial value is 1. After that the condition is I less than or equal n. Then I have to check is it divisible by 3 or multiple of 5. So I have taken I have taken and logical operator. First I have taken modulus or I percentage 3 is equal 0. If it is true and I percentage 5 equal 0 and it is also true, then the if condition will be true. Then the if condition will true and then the print function will execute. So after that the increment is I is equal I plus 1 and likewise the code will execute and till I less than or equal n. So if we take 50, so 1 to 50, 15, 30 and 45 are those numbers which are divisible by 3 and multiple of 5. So for loop, the initial value is 1, the condition is n plus 1 and the increment is 1, and under the for loop the same condition I have used if I percentage 3 equal 0 and I percentage 5 is equal 0. Then I have printed the I, so the same result shown here. Let's go to question number 9. Take a number n as input and find the divisor of the numbers. So I have to take a number and find the divisor of the number. So what is the divisor? If we take 10 as a number, then 10 is divided by 1. So 1 is a divisor. 10 is divided by 2. So 2 is a divisor. 10 is not divided by 3. So 10 is not divisible by 3. So 3 is not a divisor. Likewise, the operation, those are called divisor. So I have to take input function n, then I have taken the initialization I is equal 1. So under while loop I have taken the condition as I less than or equal n, and then I have taken a if condition n percentage I is equal 0. What will it do? It will divided the number by I. It will divided the number by I. If the remainder is 0, that means the number is divisible by I. So I will be printed in the next line. If the condition is true, then I will print it. After that, the increment is I is equal I plus 1. So if we take 10, then the divisor are 1, 2, 5 and 10. Each and every number of this row are the divisor of 10. So for loop, I have taken the initialization as 1. The condition is n plus 1 and the increment is 1 and the same if condition and same print function. Let's go to for question number 10. Find the factorial of n. Here take n as input. So what is factorial? Factorial of n. Factorial of n means n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 dot 3 to 1 likewise. Or you can say that if you want to take factorial of 5, that means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Or you can say that 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So I have taken the initialization I is equal 1 and I have taken a variable fact. That means my first factorial value is 1. And after that I have taken the while condition. Under while condition, while loop. Under while loop I have taken I less than or equal n. After that I have taken fact is equal fact into I. Why I have taken the multiplication? Since I have told that the factorial is the multiplication of the numbers. So the first value of fact is 1 and the initial value is 1, so 1 into 1 is equal 1. So factorial will store 1. After that I will increment 1, so I is equal to, so while loop will check that I is less than or equal n. If true, then fact should be new fact should be fact into I. My previous fact is 1, my new I is equal to, so 1 into 2 is equal 2. That means 1 into 2. After that I is equal I plus 1, that means my previous I is 2 and new I should be 2 plus 1 is equal 3. After that, if while loop satisfy the condition, if it is true, then it will execute fact again. My new fact should be fact plus fact into I. That means my previous fact is 1 into 2, that means 2. Previous fact is 2 into I. My new I is 3, so 2 into 3 is equal 6. Likewise, it will do the operation till I reaches n. So after that, I have painted the factorial value, the resultant value. If we take n as 4, then the factorial of 4 should be 24. That means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 is equal 24. Let's go for loop. I have taken for I in range. Under range function, I have taken the initial value 1 and the condition is n plus 1 and increment is 1 and fact is equal fact into I, like previous wise. So after that, I have painted my factorial resultant factorial. I have painted the resultant factorial, and for loop, if n is 4, then the factorial should be 24. So there is no difference in the output between for loop and while loop, though there are some difference in the execution process of while loop and for loop, but the outputs look like same. So here is the end of this assignment. Thank you so much.